forgot to change my title. Hold on. No, I'll never get tired of that. Stupid John whatever jokes. Let me see if I can soar where only eagles dare and use the cyber claw on Alan Wake. Oh, Bacon Wake. Sounds like Bacon Wake. Wake and Bacon? You're watching that ninja stuff? Oh, don't worry. It'll still be there. I remember some of my teachers. Wes. I was actually just trying to remember as many as I could the other day. Look at this. Look at this smooth analog control with mouse. I can move in all directions and look anywhere at any time. B. Pick up his B? Oh yeah, this game's really quiet. Ah. Made myself a nice cup of coffee. Because what else are you gonna have? Also, in the most meta coffee mug that I have. Look how faded this is. It's every bit the ghost that Machinima is, but yeah. This is an authentic Machinima mug. Ah, damn fine coffee. Hup! Okay. I recommend eating an edible and doing a playthrough of Cocoon. Not very long, but damn, is that a good feeling puzzle game. Yeah, I played it for a couple of hours the other day.
The message was from Barry.
Absolutely had a great time.
Worried at the station. He wanted us to hurry.
Yeah, Cocoon's great. It's I don't mean this in a bad way, while usually I do, if I'm being honest. But it's a kind of game that like most people can finish. And that's just because it's super well made, not because it's easy as fuck. Oops. Now in Cocoon's case, it's just like really, really smart about what it puts in front of you, when, and like you don't miss anything you're meant to see, basically. And it's very, very intelligent about how it lays those things out for you. Yeah, very well designed. And it's not overbearing either, which is honestly a kind of a thing. It gives you a chance to sort of fumble around a little bit and find your own way, which I really appreciate.
Okay, Sheriff, I got the keys.
Yes, also Ultimate saying it's correct. Every game is easy for me. But
Why isn't he inside?
I can still tell, like, Dredge had that magic. And I get it. And, like, people kind of played it, and they were like, this game's really good. And I'm like, yeah, because it flows so well. You always know what the next objective is and the next short-term goal. The game's very natural about tempting you into the next thing without hitting you with screens of text or overlays explaining what does what.
Storefront's blocked. Come on, Wake. Let's go around.
A really even mix of, like, introducing new mechanics on top of letting you demonstrate knowledge and mastery of old ones. Yeah, Dave the Diver, also fantastic. I played that a minute ago. I'm trying to remember how to... Oh, geez. I might want to rebind that. That's not so bad, I guess. So that's dodge? Yeah. Okay, I can live with that. The things I do for cinematic motion. Ha! Ha! Oh, sure. Oh, sure, you can do the E3 camera sweep. But can you also do the quick 180? It's kind of hard to do in this game because this game has a really funky mouse acceleration. Like, the faster you move, it makes it like really, really expand how far it turns. Yeah, Dave the Diver is cozy as fuck. I need to play through Dave the Diver. I played it when it was in early access, I think. Actually, I had a sponsored stream. I only shill to the most, whoa. The highest brow. Wide ids are better. Okay. What a year for gaming. Shame there is only one clear answer to Game of the Year.
We can make it through the bookstore. Wheeler should be waiting for us in the backyard.
Call the sheriff.
Oh, hi, Doc. I've got it. Don't worry about it.
Sarah, about time somebody showed up. All the shooting in the air is idiotic. One of these days they'll kill somebody. And over Deerfest.
I know. Go back to bed. He's got a point, Wake. Look, this town can't take this.
Interesting. They think it's Deerfest. ESPN 64. I would be delighted to shill for bananas. I unironically had an incredible banana earlier today. It was the capstone to a pretty good meal. I mean, it was leftovers, but I made the original meal pretty well, if you don't mind my bragging. I was able to microwave sauteed broccoli, and it was still soft and delicious. Although, I've given out this top secret before, and I'll give it out again because I'm a generous person. Folks, your microwave is too strong. Unless you have like an intentionally underpowered microwave, don't cook anything on 100%. Knock it down to 50. You'll have to cook it longer, but you'll get like way more even cooking. You'll get a way more even cook. Everything will be pleasantly warm. Nothing will be like burnt or like dried out.
Taking advantage of your presence here, Wake. I heard they're selling a lot of your Alex Casey books.
Trust me.
Right now,
It's worth the extra minute or two.
fan of my own writing.
Plus, it really widens the, it widens out the, like, acceptable heating, window, you know? Let's say at 100, well, at 100 power, you're going to overcook things and undercook them anyway. That whole thing about the burritos being like magma on the outsides, but icicles in the middle is because the power's too high. It's just like if you cook something on the skillet on too high of a temperature, you're going to sear the outside and leave the inside uncooked. Now, you want to do that for meat. Most meats, but... Now, taking that to the microwave, though, you go slow and low. You want your Hot Pockets now? I promise you, if you cook them slow and low, then they'll actually come out so they won't scald your tongue and you won't have to wait for them to cool down as much.
Cynthia Weaver worked hard, following her obsessive rituals, sometimes fighting them, always giving in to them in the end. She haunted the halls of Bright Falls abandoned power plant. She marked her caches with light-sensitive paint that could only be seen by eyes that had been touched by darkness and saved by light like she'd been. She was preparing defenses and supply lines for the war she knew would come. The war between the forces of light and darkness.
When saved by light, does that mean specifically Zane? So then Wake wrote in Zane saving Weaver? There's something that I didn't really click on the first time I played this, is that there's like a paradox in this game. I mean, outside of the obvious, but if what the lady in the veil, I don't remember her name, when she was Barbara, who's been possessed or kind of perverted by the darkness, she existed before Wake got captured and had to start writing the story. But he's the one who wrote in Thomas Zane. So I guess he was able to retcon them having a relationship with the power of the lake, which is kind of cool, I guess. I think that's how that works. The only rules is that it has to be a good narrative. And honestly, that's a pretty good narrative. Like an old couple used to be in love. One is now like one is the light, one is the dark. So it works. Like, it works narratively. I guess that's the interesting part, is like Wake's seemingly self-imposed rule that the narrative has to work, even though he's the one writing it. But I think that's kind of connected to the lake. Like, the lake makes narratives come to life, so they have to be narratives. It's not just write down. It's not like Death Wish. Just write what you want on paper, and then it happens. Oh, sorry about
I don't
that.
see Barry.
Huh.
Look, wait. Maybe that's him. That's the way to the chopper.
When is the last time you played Virtual Boy? I have a sense memory of seeing a Virtual Boy and using one, but I think it was a store demo kiosk or something. And it was for a very short amount of time. So, I guess if we narrow that down, that would be what, 95? Whenever that happened? Whenever a store demo Virtual Boy might have been a thing? Oh. It's so quiet. Yeah, spooky. Look at those shadows, though. Wow. Want to switch to the hunting rifle? I don't think I do. This game's actually pretty resilient, though. It clicks back and forth between PC and controller UI fairly elegantly. And unlike Cyberpunk 2.0, it does accept, like, it freely accepts inputs from all devices all the time. I never feel like it's ignoring one because it's listening to the other. Yeah, I wonder if there's about to be a lot of enemies. Nah.
I'm gonna give Pastor Howard a piece of my mind about this lock. Ugh, I told him to get it fixed.
Here they come.
Let's take a
What? What? What is... what?
Omega-3 fatty acids are good for your heart.
Nice. Holy shit. Good moves. Ah! Oh, sorry. It's gonna take me a minute to relearn the buttons in moments of peril. Alan baked. Nice.
I'm gonna give Pastor Howard a piece of my mind about this lock. Ugh, I told him to get it fixed.
Here they come.
That's real nice.
Sizzler.
What's the... I don't... Okay, so normally at 420 I just kind of mash my soundboard, you know, to celebrate. Maybe I need a weed anthem on the old soundboard. Something to celebrate the culture. Alan Vape. Yes. Even better. How is this getting even better, you guys? This is great. Good stuff.
Fatty acids are good for your heart.
Jesus.
Wait, keep an eye out. I lost that one.
California Sober by Billy Strings. I'm thinking more like, what's this Snoop Dogg Smoke Weed Every Day anime mix? I think that's what we need.
Okay, it's open.
Smoke
Let's
weed
go,
every
Wade.
day. Maybe just that.
Wow.
We keep them lit all night long on the night before Deer Fest.
Why?
Yeah, Blend W, that's the
It's
one.
tradition.
That's the one.
For it to be free, the dark presence needed.
Which movie did you see, Caveman?
Story. Again and again, the story let it get frustratingly close to the writer without letting it capture him. It was bound by the events depicted in the manuscript, but it could pursue the writer indirectly, put others on the task, and stop those who would help him. It took over everything in its path, made them its puppets, and sent them after Alan Wake.
420 equals all subs burritos? Damn. It's weird. Before I even moved to California and became the god gamer I am today, I still had an affinity for gas station food. It's like always been a thing. I guess it makes sense. It's like designed to be the comfiest stuff. I was never into burritos much, weirdly. I like the
We're almost
packaged
there.
sandwiches
We'll
and
have to
hot
go through the
dogs.
basement to get to the parking lot.
Yeah, there's no way going through the crypt will turn out to be a bad idea.
The crypt? I feel like burritos don't have... Oh, that was spooky. Oh, that was me. That was my shadow. Okay. They're a little too mushy uniformly. I'm a big fan of crunchier textures, I guess. Oh, the Easel Dairy Queen is gone? Oh, man. End of an era. Where are all the old smokers gonna hang out now? No meat pies? Not really a thing, no. No? Hot dogs. That's kind of the, like, stereotypical convenience food. But even then, not every gas station has, like, a roller rack or something, so... I guess packaged sandwiches are one rung below that. And then protein bars. Quick Trip has some pretty good stuff. I remember discovering Quick Trip pretty late into my time in Texas. They had like a... No, 7-Eleven had like a buffalo chicken stick. It was just like chicken paste cut or like fried in a tube or something. Did they have Buc-ee's when you lived in Texas? I guess they did, but I didn't know about it. So... the Buc-ee's trend passed me by. Yeah, it's like a long nugget. That's exactly what it was. It was a nugget stick. I mean, it was good though. Like I like nuggets, so. God damn, that's awesome.
Yes, that one saw the light, huh? You didn't like that one? A tough audience. Well, I got plenty more.
The helicopter's just across the parking lot and up the hill. Come on.
Barry rules. There's a part where, like, Alan's leg kind of goes out of socket. Yeah, I have fond memories of that Dairy Queen. I used to get the steak fingers because they sold something called steak fingers. But it was like a real American meal. Steak fingers, mashed potatoes, and corn, I think. So what you do is you take the steak finger and you dunk it in the mashed potatoes. And then that makes the mashed potatoes adhesive. So then you dunk that in the corn. And then you basically got yourself like a little meat, potato, corn, ice cream stick thing going on.
The Bright Falls General Store is now my favorite place in the entire world. See this headlamp? It's like a superpower. I can just look at
I guess that's kind of like a meat pie.
It's my
inside out.
Eye of Mordor. I wish I didn't say that.
Yeah.
Hey, I want a headlamp.
Last one.
I actually worked at that Chicken Express. I don't remember how long at this point. It was definitely over the like last summer I spent in Azel. But I don't remember how long before that. Time's kind of weird at that point. But I did remember like occasionally getting to take home a bag of biscuits, and that would be my breakfast for the next week.
Alice had screamed until she had no voice left to scream. Around her, the darkness was alive. It was cold and wet and malevolent and without end. She was a prisoner, trapped in the dark place. The terror would have burned her mind out, but one thing made her hang on. She could sense Alan in the dark. She could hear him. She could see the words he was writing as flickering shadows. He sensed her too. He was trying to work his way to her.
So he could scream at her again for inconveniencing him. Tequila, weed, and video games time. Sounds like you got a full night. A night of indulgence.
Throw the damn school bus at your head and you're about to take a helicopter ride with someone who may or may not have a pilot's license. You're cleared for departure to Night Springs.
Night Springs.
No offense, Sheriff.
I see a sparkle. Radio Shack is a pizza joint? Oh yeah. Not a bad trade. It's weird. I've often thought of all the different ways things could have turned out, but it would feel spiritually correct if I were to move back to my hometown, buy that skating rink, renovate it, and then like run it. And that's just what I do. Oh, that was actually pretty well timed. I didn't think I got credit for that. I wonder if there's a way to tell who owns it. I imagine I wouldn't be the first person to look for that, look for ownership of that lot. It's just weird that it's just sat there. Apply for a PPP loan, then buy it. Well, maybe. I don't know that I'd need to do that. Maybe. I mean, if they were going to tear it down, they would have done that already, right?
The helicopter's just up ahead. I'll need a while to prep and take.
Oh, is it for sale? Is there like a sign out now?
I want to get out of here.
I remember before when I checked, it was just like foreclosed and that was it. You have to put in the TMNT machine. Yeah, I have pretty fond memories of that. That's the weird thing that has stuck out in my mind as time has gone on, is that skating rink actually had like a pretty great selection of arcade games. pretty excellent taste. Whoever was buying games for that skating rink actually picked some great ones. There was like Stun Runner, I remember back in the day. A lot of deep cuts that I've grown up and been like, oh, that was that one. Gone back and kind of remembered. Samurai Showdown 2, Tekken 2. I don't think I'd ever had Metal Slug. Bit of a gap there. Pretty great air hockey table. That skating rink is like my... I think every 90s kid might have an arcade that they remember. That's definitely mine. I have some specific memories of interacting with, like, older people. Golden Axe and Mortal Kombat 2 cabinet is what I always remember in my local skating rink as a kid. Street Fighter 2? Yeah. Mortal Kombat cabinets always had like a... Definitely had a spot. Everyone remembers when Mortal Kombat was around. Oh, you never got your... Oh no, Captain. You still haven't gotten your copy of Metal Slug?
Get ready, I'll hold them off.
Oops. I have a fair amount of flashbangs. Orpheus, yeah? Never fear. If you don't have time, I will replay it for you. Ah! Ah! Shit. I don't think you get the remaster for free if you own the original, no. Although that'd be cool. Are the shadow people, but Alan is shooting, are they townspeople that are turned? Yes. Within the like direct narrative of the game, these are townspeople that have been affected by the darkness to stop Alan from escaping. Or being reunited with his muse, Ow. If I just stayed though. Oh no. BB number 9, yeah, this game is in a shared universe. Control is basically the, like, overarching universe. It's a universe where weird stuff happens. Whoa! I mean, it's spitting out more stuff. I kind of want to see what happens. Whoa. Ah. Damn it. When the nearest Funko Land was in Dallas, Fort Worth, or in South Fort Worth. I think I remember driving past that one, but I don't know that my parents ever took me there. I remember there being a game store in Ridgemar Mall. My dad would, the only place I would really get games growing up, there was there were the used video stores, and they would, like, trade games, but, mostly it was, like, my dad liked going to swap meets, so sometimes there'd be, like, somebody selling out of a box there. Okay, I guess it's just gonna be non-stop dudes until you get on the helicopter. Oh, Ridgemar's about to close. I guess that's not that shocking. I'm surprised it hung on as long as it did. Cujo. This is an Azeron gamepad. That's what they call it. Azeron being the company. Jesus fucking Christ. Alright, that's a lot of guys. You had to rent most of your games growing up? Yeah, same. That was the trade, basically, is that... Yeah, it's just guys now, okay. My parents would, like... I had an allowance for doing chores at home. And then it turns out that was exactly the price of one video game rental. Oh, shit. Oh, God, okay. So I would do chores all week to be able to rent a game on the weekend. With the trade-off. But that meant I never netted any money, so I could never buy anything.
Wait, you better put an end to this.
If it wasn't that, it was going straight up like 5 months without a rental to buy one new game.
You're right about her, or we could kiss this town goodbye.
There's a retro gaming shop where the subway used to be. That's interesting. I hope that does enough business to stay open.
I guess you New Yorkers Metaphors are used to rough situations like this.
Right. The city's a war zone. King Kong, mutant alligators, and Alex Casey shoots the place up every weekend. Look, I never even carried a gun until a couple of days ago.
Well, my dad used to be a cop there. Tells some pretty wild stories.
Stuff like this?
No, just normal bad stuff. Kinda like your books, Wake. I used to tease Dad that he was just like Alex Casey.
You've read me.
Oh, sure. You're a pretty good writer. A little heavy on the metaphors, maybe.
Nobody's ever said that before.
We're coming up on the power plant. See the lit building
A little
over
heavy
there?
on the metaphor.
And that's the dam further up the river.
That's awesome.
I can't land here. I'll take her down the road across the river.
Just get me there, Sheriff.
Birds.
Ow!
Son of a bitch!
Birds. See you around, Wes. Bird, bird, bird. Bird. Is Gamefly still a thing? It is, right? I swear with the downturn and shitification of online services, take it back like 10 years. Make sure you have a physical console and just use Gamefly and shit. Do it 2000
I
style.
had to do something about the chain for the door to open.
Did you know? Can we get a quick Riley check? Yeah, let's see what's going on with old Riley. Oh, bark, 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 bark. Thank you, Riley. Thank you. See you later. Man, I gotta get back to Call of Duty, huh? We got a few Call of Duties to go before we get to Ghosts. Riley is a dog. He's someone you care about. Dropped all my shit when I fell out of the helicopter. All right. Damn it. Whew. Poor Gamer PSA. You can buy used games from Gamefly without a subscription for not bad prices. That's a good PSA right there. Yeah, I know, like Wario and Cheap Ass Gamer will tweet out used game sales from Gamefly sometimes, which is nice. Oh man, I got a fun email this morning. So one of the two Mortal Kombat 9 codes I tried to buy from resellers, both of which were already used. One says they're processing a refund. The other says I have to file a police report. and upload a copy of the police report before they'll process a refund. So, I'm thinking about just replying Lamau and then doing a chargeback through my credit card, but whatever. I'm just galled. Absolutely galled and astounded. I didn't get a police report when my wallet got stolen. It's just the most ridiculous thing in the world. Asking the police to come and, like, click on your computer for a couple of minutes and then write up a whole police report about how you got scammed out of 20 bucks online. Give me a fucking break. Yeah. I'm just like, how dare you, first of all? I know the goal is to make it so you don't have to give out refunds and it's just to, like, make people shrug and eat the loss. But yeah. Alright. Also, the lesson has been fully learned. Key resellers are worthless. Just pirate it. Like, it's, I guess, convenient to have something in a digital library, but... But who cares? Hup! There we are.
And here's a new song from a band that they always remind me of our local rock legends, the Old Gods. I couldn't tell you why. I guess it's just, you know, one of those things. Anyway, here's Poets of the Fall and their latest single, War.
Oh, they'll take reports over the phone now? Will they send you, like, proof of the report? Or the...
Do you remember standing on a broken field? White crippled wings beating the sky. The harbingers of war with the nature revealed, and our chances flowing by. If I can let them make,
They'll give you a number and you can look it up.
I will remember you with me on that field. When I thought that I fought this war alone, you were there by my side on the front line. When I thought that I fought without a cause, you gave me a reason to try.
This is good work, friend.
Yeah. For an online key reseller, gonna get laughed at. And that's the point. Of course that's the point. And also, I mean, for me, I don't want to cost the public infrastructure, like, it's gonna... Calling somebody and taking their time is gonna cost more than 20 bucks. I feel like... So the solution is to just do a chargeback through my credit card. Also, I like to think that chargebacks hurt the reseller more, somehow. Like maybe they have to pay a fee or something. Fuck off. Dude, God, the dudes that hit twice are just so annoying because they lock you in place for so long.
And here's a new song from a band that's... latest single, War.
Wings beating the harbingers of war, and our chances flowing. If I can
Fucking hell. Dude! What the fuck? God. Ugh.
And here's a new song from a band that they always remind me of.
Bunch of reseller sites that'll charge you a fee, but won't tell you it's a monthly fee. They hit you with it once a month. You can go on a few years before you notice because it's just a couple of bucks at a time. Hate that shit, man. I guess I only have myself to blame for going to scummier parts of the internet, but it worked for Assault Horizon. So I was lulled into a false sense of security. Yep, Assault Horizon got delisted. Same with MK9 or Mortal Kombat Complete Collection or whatever the heck it's called. Why do they delist games? I don't know that there's ever one universal answer, but typically it has something to do with the fact that the game contains intellectual material that is not wholly owned by the publisher. So in that circumstance, when it's something like Guitar Hero, you don't sign the rights to resell certain music in perpetuity. You only do it for like a handful of years, because that's only the window the game's going to be profitable anyway. So you sign your contracts, and then you agree to remove something from sale when the term is up. Or you go back and renegotiate if it's financially viable to keep it on the market. But in many cases, it's not. So in the case of something like Mortal Kombat might have been music. Ace Combat could have been like the designs of the planes?
The power plant glowed in the night. It was close.
Or something like that?
But
Who
I
knows?
had to find a way across.
And for all I know, there's some mysterious other thing that I've never thought about. Yeah, it seems the most likely that it's planes. I just don't want to like say it as though it's fact without knowing it, you know? It's definitely the most likely. We got a chest, a heaving chest around here. Oh yeah, Pro Skater 1 and 2. Yep. That's another reason that physical is kind of... I guess... It's interesting that, like, physical rights are technically in perpetuity, because, like, I guess it's not still for active sale. But if you have the disc, you can put it in and play whatever. Like, DJ Hero has so much copywritten music from so many different people in it, there's just no way it's ever going to go on sale again. Renegotiate all that stuff? But I got the disc. So I have the rights to play it. I guess you just don't have the rights to buy it. And that's the case with delisting too, now that I think about it. As long as you bought it when it was listed on the market, you can still download it. Oh yeah, but they can patch out digital copies of things? Yeah, that's kind of fucked, isn't it? And you can't access older versions? Well, I guess that's because GTA is still on sale, though. Oh, red barrels don't explode here. If you have a disc for a GTA game, I guess if you put it in, it'll get patched. Yeah, that's not very good. San Andreas had some music patched out of it. There's a community like depatch to add it back in. Although now it's the remaster version, so who knows what's going on with that. I feel like discs are fancy keys now. Oh yeah. Well, sort of. Yeah. I mean, it works in the same way. Both authenticate online somewhere. It's just a disc is a temporary license that's read off of a CD or a disc being in the tray, and that authenticates whatever user's sitting at the console to play it. Whereas digital rights are done through your sign-in.
Making her way through the water pipe alone, Cynthia was angry at the writer. Foolish young man.
Disc rights are easier to transfer.
The rules. Didn't he understand?
Or possible to transfer.
Since the terrible days in the 70s, she hadn't wavered once, as hard as it had been. She was tired of protecting the town all these long years, and now only wanted to rest.
Huh. Broke the rules. I wonder what that means. Did he write a bad narrative at some point? Alan would never. Discs, demos, could there be something? Man, I think it's been long enough. Nah, never mind. Too many metaphors. I'm gonna condense the story. There's a story behind that. When I left Rooster Teeth, I kind of asked everybody. Well, I had thought that they had that bin of like demo CDs that everybody sent in, right? And oh shit. And I was like, man, they hadn't done anything with them in a while. They'd kind of retired their demos playthroughs. So I was like, I actually love that shit. I love digging through those. So when I was leaving, one of the things I kind of told everybody was like, hey, I'm going to borrow that tub of discs since nobody's really using it. I want to borrow it and like play through it on stream. Because nobody, like I said, nobody's using it now, so. But at that point, like, I don't know. I said it to people, but they weren't listening. And I know they weren't listening. Because I loaded it up and drove it home. And then was going to take it easy for a couple days and then start streaming all the demos. And then a certain someone, Adam, started blowing up my phone with all these texts accusing me of sabotaging them and all this shit. And how dare I? And I was just like, holy fuck. So I took it back. And like put it back in the office and was like, fine, there, fuck it. I just didn't want anything. Like I didn't want any connecting strings anymore. I was like, I just want to be out of this forever. Even if that means I'm not gonna like, even if that means this shit that was sent in for everyone and is not even getting used, will just sit there. Fine. Yeah, all in the past, thank God. It's a tragedy, though. I wonder if they still have that bin. Stealing the gimmick? What? You can't steal from yourself.
The story I had written in the cabin had come true. Touched by the dark presence, I had written a horror story, but the end was still missing. The story was incomplete, and the last unfinished page of the manuscript still sat in the typewriter.
Oh no, it's fine, Klingon.
If I could get back there, if I could read the page, then I could write my own ending to this story and save Alice.
If only. Oh, I see. Yeah, Ram. Now you were correct about that. Yeah, I guess they've dusted it back off. Why not call it the same thing? I guess it's attached to unsavory things. Well, whatever. Good for them. I've had ample opportunity to do my own shit since then, so definitely no bitterness in that regard. Caged Money, thank you for the 102 months of subs. You miss Hardnettin? Alas. I wonder if I still have access to the doc. No, it was probably on my Rooster Teeth Google Drive. But I had shared a list of tons more Hardnettin candidates with the rest of the folks when I left, because I was like, if you guys want to keep doing the bit, here it is. Oh. I was thinking, like, they obviously never ran with it, so I could bust it out again, but I don't think I have access to it. Twinkerbell, thanks for gifting 5 subs. Appreciate that. Whoa! Took me too long, but I just subbed to Inside Gaming. Uh-oh. If it was Inside Gaming, you might be a couple years late. Do you mean the legally distinct and thoroughly, differentiated Inside Games? That's probably what you meant. Here's the thing, I get it. But at some point, it's possible that, well, no, it's fine to joke about, right? At some point, it's likely that Inside Games will be around, or have been around longer than Inside Gaming. And, will definitely be rebooted a lot less. Unless Warner wants to cut me a giant check. That's fine too. Whoa, oh crap. Oh no! I thought I was gonna stop. And then I forgot what run was. David Zaslav wants new Inside Gaming after 90 Day Fiancé. Oh geez, I would be honored to be part of the 90 Day Fiancé universe. It speeds up. What is that all about? Bird. Bird. I gotta admit, I'm generally a fan of birds. I think they look funny, they sound funny, and I like that. Ugh. Good for you, birds. Keep living your truth. Yeah, they do smell bad, that's true. I mean, most animals do. Hey, hell yeah.
Are we men dreaming of being butterflies, or butterflies that dream of being men? Such philosophical concerns are by necessity abstract. And yet, some of us can find concrete proof of the nature of our existence in Night Springs. Tonight's episode, an absence of creativity.
Like this, this bridge spinning while I'm watching TV.
Hello, Martha. What did you want to show me? Oh, Lydia. Thank God you're here. Please, it's in the basement. Heavy on the metaphors, Alan.
And the sublime. Springs.
And that bridge is just twirling. Twirl on, you crazy diamond.
We managed to lose the flock. You're almost at the power plant. Keep going. I'll give you support.
Okay. I always appreciate support. Well, this is cool. I forgot about this part. This is like some COD stuff? Yeah, I guess so. A helicopter? is like some sort of special op. A black op. Uh-oh. The birds. I'd say I'm winning, Misprint. Yeah. I'm winning more than I'm losing. Spooky. They have minion nuggies at Costco? Oh no. You know what's tragic? Even though I am a meme lord extraordinaire, I've never seen a Minions film. It starts with Despicable Me, right?
I recognized the logo on the power plant sign. I'd seen a version of it painted all over the area, signifying hidden caches of supplies.
You aren't missing anything? What? That doesn't seem right. Okay, fine. Get this, though. I haven't seen a Spy Kids movie. Now that, I am missing something, right? I have to. Okay, good. That's more the reaction I was looking for. You know what's tragic? I went to I went to a Latino Directors Summit, and they didn't mention Robert Rodriguez once.
Hold it right there!
Miss Weaver, Cynthia, I'm a friend.
Prove it!
You knew Zane, Thomas Zane. You're the Lady of the Light in the song. You can help me.
About time. Young man, I've been waiting a very long time for you.
Hello, Clownzo.
It's in the well-lit room.
Excuse me?
What you need to drive the darkness back. The well-lit room is at the dam. I built the room to keep it safe.
Will it help me find Alice? Will it get me back to the cabin? Fine, let's go. I can get my friends to come back with the helicopter.
We won't go outside. Never at night. That's rule number 1. You've been breaking the rules, young man, and where has that gotten us, Oh, I have a secret route. A lit route. Old water pipe.
Hello, Kenobi Corner. You never had the true Did Someone Ring the Dingster experience? No. No. Despite having reported on the Dingster Daily and having heralded it as the Hardnet winner for many weeks in a row, I have never seen the original in situ Dingster.
Let me guess. You want me to do it?
Young man, you're the one who likes to break the rules. I can't be outside in the dark. The kill switch is outside.
Oh. Wait a minute. Wait, what? Is Cynthia Weaver Tom's partner? Or was it Barbara? Or maybe Cynthia Weaver is like a fangirl? Spy Kids 3 was so good. I agree. No,
The switch is on the wall facing the shore.
Honestly, I've been waiting for a night where I'm drunk. I feel like I have to be in the right state of mind for it. It's one of those movies. It's definitely like in the Lawrence Select category.
I cannot take you to the well-lit room if the lights in the pipe go out. You must go outside to use the emergency switch. I have been preparing for these times, the dark tides. You have found my caches, haven't you? You can see the signs. Very few people can. Yes, please, take what you need. This is all for you, for the likes of us. We do Tom's work, don't we? Dark.
Okay. Yeah, I guess she's just enamored with old Tom.
Tom.
Ugh. That was creepy. Tom. You've been really anxious all day? About to have a trip going on tomorrow night? Hate flying. I've been dealing with a lot of anxiety these days. Thank you for providing a little distraction. Hey, I'm very happy to. That is definitely the kind of stream that I try to provide. I've been in that situation too. Where I need distraction. Need cozy vibes for a while. Oh, they don't walk through?
Weaver had sent me to cut the power to the transformer yard. I was willing to do grunt work for her to get her to help me. I hoped Weaver was dependable. I'd stumbled into this crazy world a little over a week ago. She had been living this insanity for decades.
Pee pee poo poo. You're on the taller side. That's what I was gonna. I mean, I didn't want to like dive into it. If somebody's especially doesn't want to be preoccupied with the rigors of flying, but yeah, flying is like extra shitty if you're not within certain comfort boundaries of human shape.
Cut the power to the transformer yard. Now I had to find a way to reach it.
It's just a crappy reminder of like, I don't know. It sucks to be in spaces that are clearly not made for you for so long. It's like
if I could figure out the gates,
just raw human
get
efficiency.
to the kill switch.
Oh geez, this thing. Oh, okay. Oh. Just found out I'd never seen the first movie in the Mariachi trilogy. I thought there were only two. Well, it's El Mariachi. What is it? Once Upon a Time in Mexico? Or it's Desperado? I remember seeing the first one. El Mariachi. should watch it again. I just have I have a different approach to looking at movies now, I think.
Who designs these things?
Good question. Just get really tense and trapped in thought loops. That's tough.
Water pipe passage should now be good to go.
At least you know that you do that. Honestly, like, just your ability to say that and know that that's a pattern of yours has already got you... It already gives you some level of control. Maybe control is the wrong word, but management. I feel like management is a form of control. Hey, control. Yeah, hey. Nice one, Sneaky. Who's making that noise? Oh, I was hitting the wrong button. That makes sense. You fight ghosts in this game, kind of? Rain? Ostensibly, they are town inhabitants that have been infected with the darkness or controlled by a dark presence that is trying to use them to interfere with Alan Wake. Prevent him from escaping a narrative of his own creation. It's pretty meta. Oh. Yeah, Stephen King.
Follow me.
It's absolutely Stephen King.
We're ready to go.
Oh, it gets better. If you've already identified the Stephen King elements. You go around and pick up coffee canisters. It's in Maine. Or rather, wait, no, it's in the Pacific Northwest, but it looks like Maine. There's a radio host whose last name is Maine. The story is about a writer who likes to drink and has writer's block. They go to a secluded cabin where I guess there's a magic lake that makes his story come true. So he's both writing the narrative but also inside of it at the same time. And he's trying to write his way out of the narrative or write a way for him to survive and be reunited with his wife. But he's beholden to the rules of narrative craft. So he can't just be like, and they made it at the end. He was like, there have to be close calls. There have to be, like, the main character usually dies, and I have to deal with that. Like, all this sort of stuff. So, yeah. Yeah.
This way. We need to go.
Scream at their wife.
Do them both, Tom and Barbara.
Love of my life.
Rush on.
Apple of my eye.
Beautiful man. I was jealous. There was a part of me that was maybe a little glad when she had the accident.
Yeah.
Tom started writing.
No boss fight that's a giant enemy van yet. Still waiting for that.
He tried to.
Oh, Rain, if you're into literary stuff and also
There are no
given the fact that you snapped up on the Stephen King references,
Realize that.
I think this thing is for you.
Man, perhaps you're a smarter man than Tom was. The witch looked like her, but it wasn't. Barbara was sweet. He didn't understand until it was too late. He tried to undo it, wrote himself, her, everything he'd ever written out of the world. Oh, he was so famous. And afterward, no one knew. Oh, Tom. He left only one thing behind in my care, in case it happened again. Insurance. He trusted me. Or perhaps used me a little. Tom knew how I felt. Knew I wouldn't refuse him. I built the well-lit room and put it there. It's been waiting for you. We are characters trapped in a story you wrote. And none of us will survive to see the end of it if the darkness isn't stopped. She'll twist the story to her own dark ends.
How do you know all this?
Tom, that's the way he wrote it. He still talks to me, you know, in television, beyond, from below. We have both been touched by the darkness, young man. He saved us both with light, but the darkness stays with you. Leaves a stain.
Okay.
This pipe will take us directly to the well-lit room.
Oh, Mouth of Madness. Story of Sam Neill, author finding himself in a town that he wrote into existence.
Barry, we're headed to the dam in one of the pipes.
Oh, it's a John Carpenter movie. Sounds about right.
It's Sarah now?
Whoa! No! For the sweet love of...
Barry!
This is a very large pipe and very well lit.
We gotta go see if they're okay.
They're probably dead. You must reach the well-lit room. This
I mean,
is
I guess
no time to be a selfish
she's all about
idiot.
keeping things
That's my
lit.
best friend.
Well, be a fool. I'll use the pipe. I'll meet you at the dam if you make it.
At least I didn't have to worry about her. She knew how to stay safe.
The other twist is that the game is a pretty clear, well, clear I guess might be a little strong, but it's an allegory for the creative process as well. Alan's wife is also his muse, so when he's separated from her, he can't write. So he's stuck in the dark place, trapped by his own meandering narrative that has no inspiration. And that's kind of why all the townspeople are just like shadowy figures. They're not real characters. He's confronted by all these like faceless townspeople saying meaningless things because they don't contribute to the story or matter. Oh, yeah.
Sarah was almost starting to relax. Maybe they could turn this into a win yet. Suddenly, there was a piercing sound, like a table saw gone wild, as 100 birds made out of shadows swarmed into the rotor. The chopper bucked wildly and the board lit up, telling her what she already knew. They were going down. Barry Wheeler screamed next to her.
Oh, yeah. The extension of that idea in 2 seems cool. Sam Lake is a Max Payne stand-in. So Misprint. This game already has a Max Payne stand-in, and it's Alex Casey. And in Alan Wake 2, he's a character, and he looks like Sam Lake. The writer, who was also the visual appearance of Max Payne in Max Payne 1, and he has the same voice as Max Payne, so yes. It's kind of already confirmed, so that's not a spoiler, but Max Payne is going to be in Alan Wake 2. And I'm hoping that, like, Alan Wake confronts the character Alex Casey in, like, I resent you for making me famous kind of way. Do the face. Got 2 guns and pain face. Sam's interview seemed to imply he's pretty big in the plot too. Oh, that makes sense. Yeah, even the reflections, the videos that they kind of patched into the game also seem to bend that more towards Alex Casey being more prominent in the sequel. Oh, you've done some research, Misprint? It's one of the few games that's actually kind of fun to theory craft about because of how meta it is. Like, I couldn't give two flips, 2 web squirts about what's going to happen in the plot for Spider-Man 2. Because it could be literally anything, and it's going to mean nothing. You know? It's like, Craven got Venom on him, now he's he's Kravom. Whoa! I was like, Venom? No, that doesn't work. Kravom, now we're talking. Can you believe it? Kravom. Insomniac's done it again. I don't really remember what happened in Spider-Man 1 and I enjoyed it. Yeah, same. I was like, when I finished it, I was like, well, that was expensive. But nearly immediately, the plot washes out of your head because it's pointless. It's like, let's see here. They kind of like trip their way into the Sinister Six storyline. And then the big drop spoiler is that Doc Ock knew Peter Parker was Spider-Man, but like, no shit? Like it was a no shit moment. Because there was a scene earlier, I think, where Doc Ock like seriously stared at Peter Parker being Spider-Man and was like, And this was supposed to be like I don't know. Also, he uses the lab as his like spider lair. And he's got drawings of spider gear up all around. And somehow this is like a big revelation at the end? Anyway, I got the venom. Incredible. I can play 2 without playing 1 then. Yes. Yes. God, I just realized there might be references in Spider-Man 2. It's gonna be so annoying. If they, like, say a thing and then pause for the audience to freak out. Ugh. The baked-in pause when they, like, say... It's like when a band says the name of a city and then they wait for everyone to cheer. Anyway, I'm gonna play I'm gonna play Marvel's Spider-Man again. In the coming weeks. I guess next week. That's really the only week. Because I wanna see if my... Am I just being like Am I being, pretentiously jaded? I think really the answer is I'm holding it to a standard it never asked to be held to. It didn't ask to be high art, it just promised comfortable Spider-Man thrills, and that's what it does. And also backpacks, lots of backpacks.
Barry! Sheriff Breaker! Sarah!
The crash site looked bad, but as far as I could tell, the wreck was empty.
Having problems with Cyberpunk after 2.1. It crashes at launch. I updated graphics in Windows. I don't know what else to do. Damn, that sucks. Can you roll it back? Maybe just delete it, do a clean install? 2.1 broke a lot of things. See, it's been fine for me, but I know that doesn't help anybody. Yeah, that sucks. Flying car mod broke? No.
Barry! Barry!
Autosaves have been broken. That sounds like trouble.
Hang in there, I'm coming!
Man, I didn't know people were having such a hard time.
You know when to make an entrance, Wake. We were ready to make like Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid.
I have a different ending in mind.
Yeah, I'm fine. Thanks for asking.
I knew you'd be all right.
Go out blasting.
The flaming eye of Mordor?
Laugh it up, funny man. Didn't we have somewhere to go?
Weaver will meet us at the dam.
This is where it came from, right? Yes. Yeah, we got a Butch Cassidy and a Lord of the Rings reference. Well, they live in a world of consumer media.
Running uphill while a crazy bunch of demon hicks try to take your head off with an axe. You know your helicopter crash landed in Night Springs. Oh, but it's dangerous out here.
Pretty early example of having characters tag along with you that are like talking.
See those lights? That's the elevator we need to take.
Yes, I mean, you're right, Joe. You're right to call out my gamer privilege. I've had a string of successes when it comes to like compatibility and hardware and all that sort of thing. Honestly, getting my... I didn't think I'd be able to get my fight stick working in Mortal Kombat 1.
It's everywhere.
And even today, this morning, I opened it up and greased up some of the parts and it worked spectacularly. It was the exact desired effect. And I can't tell you how wonderful that is. Probably the best thing in life is when you think about a way to fix something, you sit down to do it, you have all the tools you need, and it works exactly like you hope it would. I had a day once where I did like 4 things in a row that were like that. I was on a fucking roll. It was like just a bunch of like house maintenance stuff. Fixing squeaky doors. I mean, that stuff's pretty simple. I had to like grind down like a door plate so that a deadbolt would close easier.
I think we're okay.
Just everything clicked into place.
Ow, I got a bad feeling.
The one thing I still need to do, I got to put in some time to flush out my my bathroom sink pipes. I need to just take the U-bend off and blast it out. I think there's just a bunch of shit down there.
We made it! We made it!
Maybe I'll do that tomorrow.
Bad idea. I know we're gonna regret this.
Every time I try to do something, I'll think I'll take an hour. It turns into a 5-hour project with having to order stuff online. Yeah, or you open it up and it's not like what you thought. Sometimes you gotta reevaluate. I mean, a lot of things are made to be disposable. I kind of like pushing back on that as much as I can. I like repairing things. I like keeping things. I like reusing things. I mean, I have the same computer case I've had for the last 20 years. I've had to like drill it and grind it and cut things out of it. It's still working though. I also had to downgrade for it. I hear the breathing, but I didn't find a chest. The chests are just items. There's never manuscript pages in or around them. Yeah, whatever. Oh, it was just the writing on that rock. Okay. I still have the same carrying case I used for my OG Game Boy that I still use for my Switch. See, that's like... That's soul right there. And yeah, it's like $30 or whatever, and you can just buy a new one, but the soul you can't buy. Yeah, gaming residue really bakes in.
Just hold on.
I'm kind of excited for the first handheld that is like the last handheld, if that makes sense. We're kind of on the verge, honestly, when it comes to like generative, like resolution scaling and generative AI. You'll definitely get to the point where the base hardware can crunch enough math to feed into a resolution scaler or a frame generator that will then make the game look good enough. You mean Steam Deck? Steam Deck's... The hardware spec of the Steam Deck is a little too low. ROG Ally is a lot closer, especially when it has like FSR, the AMD stuff. Starfield on a ROG Ally is like... It's a good example of the minimum hardware spec being good enough to make that game go. And it goes. Like, it's the exact same game. It doesn't necessarily have all the settings cranked, but it's got functional parity. And it runs pretty smoothly and looks pretty good. Yeah, I think Switch 2 will be an incredible platform. If they bump it to like PS4 or Xbox One spec, which is kind of the rumor, people don't like developing for the Series S now. But they will. They'll keep supporting that minimum spec, especially if the Switch 2 if that's where it is. You know, the like 8 gigabytes of video RAM, the like, what is it, 4 teraflop, 5 teraflop range. And good God, if they system on a chip that nowadays, that's going to be really battery efficient, and especially if they have resolution scaling, it's going to look really, really impressive. Yeah, native 60 FPS lock for Tears of the Kingdom. I think just with resolution scaling, they're going to get some... With the right kind of resolution scaling, they'll get frame rate benefits by default. But I hope it's... I don't know if it's all going to be like motion smoothing type stuff, or if the game engine will actually run at a higher frame rate. That might have to be on a per game basis. Oh no, Barry. Like maybe they'll actually issue Switch 2 performance updates so that there's an official, like, upgraded version. But it stands to reason that every piece of Switch software at like an API or a driver level could be put through a scaler. Maybe they could even expose those options, you know? Like have a Switch software setting scale up or keep it like hardware default. The thing is I'm so close to having all my games just be PC that it'll still be like PC and Nintendo, I guess. Or I play my Nintendo games on PC.
Goddamn elevator.
But like, between all the various ecosystems on PC and Game Pass, I guess PlayStation's even starting to show up on PC a little bit. If it can all funnel through that, that'd be great. But that's okay. I don't need it. I'd rather there be competition for platforms, help innovation, more gadgets.
We're almost there. There's an entrance into the dam at the top. What's the plan, Wake?
Well, Weaver's crazy, but she's got something Zane left behind. Something to fix this.
Moxie.
Gee, could you be a little more vague?
Thomas Zane? Seriously?
Yeah, you don't have to wait a year.
Paul Bunyan or Bigfoot?
Yeah, well, he was real.
Let's be careful, okay?
I guess what would be chill.
Oh, jeez, I hate this.
The Nintendo Switch doesn't have a browser, does it? No. I guess you could custom firmware it, but if the Switch 2 has a browser and like the ability to accept Bluetooth mouse and keyboard inputs, I mean, if it's still running on like a forked version of Android. Yeah, no porn on the Switch. Yeah.
Okay, Wake. There's a button over there that opens.
Yeah, I know. But wouldn't it be cool? Like if it had a browser, then it would actually be a pretty functional work device. I could write on it and research and stuff.
Hold the button down so we can get in.
I don't think that's a concern so much, but I do think probably malware might be an issue if you have a browser. They would have to clamp down on the like file management and stuff like that. Can you download files on an Xbox through Edge?
What's happening out there? You guys go ahead and find Weaver. She should be in the dam now.
Zethalos, thanks for the sub.
Okay, wait. Good luck. Don't get yourself killed.
Please be careful.
Oh, yeah.
Take good care of Barry, Wake.
I don't think Nintendo has any desire to be acquired. I mean, that was just so. I mean, I could be off, but that was entirely from just an internal email where.
Gotta be kidding me.
Phil Spencer was like putting together a dream shopping list. I can imagine like Spencer selling Xbox, or selling Microsoft on his vision for Xbox. And if part of that is, okay, you have $90 billion to go spend or whatever. I mean, they're about to spend 70 and they spent 9 on Bethesda. So if Microsoft was like, okay, Phil, you have $100 billion and like 6 years to show us that you're going to own gaming in 10 years or in 15 years, then yeah, I could see him drafting up some emails where he like is pie in the skying it. Isn't Nintendo bigger than Microsoft? No, Microsoft is a tech giant. That's different than Nintendo, who is an entertainment company. I mean, they're just starting to open parks and release movies, but Microsoft has been... Yeah, Microsoft is one of the world's largest companies, period. Nintendo is just obscenely profitable for the kind of business they are. Well, they used to be. They're still a pretty profitable business, but like in their Wii and Switch heydays, they're just raking in cash. And the new movie was pretty good for them, too. It's interesting that... I wonder what the business implications of the film are going to be. Okay, quick bathroom break. I'll be right back. Thank you everyone for watching. I want to say that. I do like this game. I like sharing it. I like discussing theories. So thank you for watching. I'll be right back. Ooh. Always good to come back to hot lore.
Thomas Zane knew he had to remove all that had made this horror possible, including himself. That was the only way to banish the dark presence he had unleashed and now looked at him through the eyes of his dead love. But he also knew that despite his best efforts, it might someday return. So even as he wrote himself and his work out of existence, he added a loophole as insurance, an exception to the rule. Anything of his stored in a shoebox would remain.
Ah. Okay. I like how, oh God, in the context of Alan writing the story, he wrote another writer and how they also had to write everything as a writer. Sure. Your antivirus was catching the Eurobeat mod? I feel like that's symbolic. That's so good, though. I'm glad you shared that. I need to get that installed. What the heck? It's like birds just flew in my mouth in real life. Ow! Damn. Ah! Yeah, the van got me. What the hell was that? Birds. I got birded. Fuck off, birds. Okay. Birds. Wait, what? Need to watch the first 2 episodes of MF Ghost, the Initial D follow-up. Huh. MF Ghost. I wouldn't mind watching that. Have a little panic attack about the passage of time.
The searchlight could even the odds.
Is it like the next generation? Or is it 40-year-olds drifting up and down Japanese mountains? How far have you gotten in MK1? I finished the story. I don't know if I want to play it online or not. I actually had a fair amount of fun playing it, I have to admit. I liked the system more than I thought I would. And some of the characters did intrigue me a bit, so yeah, maybe I should give it a shot.
Enough. You will go no further. Stop now.
You know what? I'm thinking about it. I think 1 might be my favorite story mode. It's kind of got all the bits. It doesn't have Striker. And there wasn't a smoke chapter. Yeah, MK9 is really cozy, honestly. I'm glad MK9, well, it's not still around actually. It's really hard to find and play, but MK9's really cozy, definitely like from another era. Ah! It's from another era, but in a cozy way. If you like don't see abject misogyny when you look at that game. I don't think it's there, to be honest. I don't think it's misogynistic, but it's definitely like down a very narrow lane of aesthetic when it comes to its women. They just have ripe ass melons, alright? All of them. Anyway. That's not their fault. They didn't ask for that. Oh! Oh! But yeah, 1 is probably like the most tasteful treatment of everything. The most tasteful. Characters, like, tons more characters had sympathetic storylines. Or I guess you just spent a lot more time with the sympathetic characters. There aren't as many just like general dirtbags. And that kind of helped the tone. It helped bring the tone back up.
Foolish chance to take. Don't worry about the noise.
I guess there's like Reiko and like there's the thugs, Havoc. But you don't spend a lot of story time with them, just doing bad stuff, you know? It did need more booba. There was an amount. Oh!
Regularly based on their make and model.
Right.
Could have been more. Should have been more. Modern day Initial D. Most cars are EVs now, and the racers are combustion engine holdouts. MC is trained by Takumi from Initial D. Ah, okay, that's fun.
There's an old army base at Raid Cove Point, north of here. It was active during the Second World War. They operated here back then. They must have built this.
Yes, they did. It's my place now.
I don't think the battle bikinis fit Mortal Kombat's tone. It takes itself too seriously. I don't mind it in Bayonetta or Darkstalkers because it fits the tone there better. I get that. It works for me because to me So let's see. The way that my mind goes, the like pyramid, is that the top is the gore gimmick. That's always been the thing. Fatalities, whatever. And you can get kind of philosophical about that, and I think the series has, but so if that's in place, and the name of it is Mortal Kombat, then you're kind of like looking at what was Mortal Kombat 1 inspired by, which is essentially just Enter the Dragon. But also just from like the idea of Mortal Kombat is pretty gladiatorial. And I don't know. I think it's a quick stone's throw from there to beefy, hulky dudes in like leather straps stabbing each other to death. It's the basic thrills, you know, the savagery that's fun to dabble in. So from there, what's the like most ironic, silly thing to pair with that? It's like the overwrought storylines. And maybe it is just a little buffet, like a little bit of everything that works. But that also gets it really close to pro wrestling, which is just such a proven formula. And pro wrestling it certainly wears its sexual attractiveness on its sleeve a lot of the time because it's about base thrills. So I think part of that is the sexuality. I think the battle napkins do fit in a way. And I think they fit well some of the time. Like 9 was okay. I think 11 Aftermath is probably the best, the most tasteful, and also the horniest. But like, it was creepy for a while. I agree with that. It's the sexiness that it wore was a very like male-targeted, not the most artistic kind of sexiness. And then it like got a little bit sillier, and then it got better. So it's gone through a journey. I think the titties and the beefiness of all kinds is welcome as far as I'm concerned. But I think one, it doesn't always have to be that, I guess, is the other part of it. I actually like that it can be many different things. And it's doing a lot of those really well. So I guess I prefer the horniness, and I think it fits. But I also think that they've done really good work moving away from that. Or reducing its prominence.
Take it, and I won't need to worry about the room anymore.
Loaf and Pale. Thanks for the sub.
33 and 118 need changing soon, and I don't want to climb up the ladder to change them because it's very late, and I'm tired. And if you take it, I won't have to do that anymore.
The page was autobiographical, a memory from my childhood. But I didn't write this. It was a page written by Thomas Zane. None of them were supposed to exist anymore.
Alan, 7 years old, would fight sleep to the
come
bitter
on.
end.
Fuck.
When he did sleep, he soon woke up, screaming, the nightmares fresh in his mind.
Why is this the voice of Tom Zane?
One evening, his mother, sitting by his bed, offered him an old light switch. She called it the clicker, and flicking the switch would turn on a magical light that would drive the beast away. To imbue the talisman with all possible power, she added that it had been given to her by Alan's father. Alan never knew him, and anything of his took on mythical proportions in his mind. With the clicker firmly in his hand, Alan finally slept like a baby. Now, almost 30 years later, Alan thought of this as he stood on the rim of Cauldron Lake, the clicker in his hand. He took a deep breath and jumped.
My mind swirled. I'd given the clicker to Alice, yet it was here. Zane had written it into existence in a story I had written.
But he already wrote it.
I can get to her now. I can finish this.
So it would have been true before Alan read it. But it only becomes true in the story when we know about it? This game fucking rules, man. Audio says, I feel like the plot holes in this game are negated because it's a written story you're playing in. That's true. The only stated boundaries are that it has to be a good narrative. So you can't just make shit up. It has to be compelling. But this whole narrative is Alan writing Tom, writing Alan now. So it didn't exist in the narrative because it hadn't been written yet, because that was the moment Alan wrote about Tom writing about it. It makes sense. I figured it out. I took this to mean that Tom wrote Alan into existence. I guess that's true, but the step before that was Alan writing Tom, writing Alan into existence. Or was it? Did they ever say what happens if you were to write a bad story? It's understood, I think, that those are the rules, if that makes sense. Alan's just like, I get how this works. It has to work like this. So I think the nature of the lake is that it will only give life to proper narratives. But that's the assumed rule. Because he just kind of states the rules. It's interesting, I think, I can't remember if it was Control. It might have been. There's some game that's very explicit with its power of declaration. That, like, to tell an interesting story, sometimes you have to just declare a rule, and then that's the rule. So there is a castle, and in that castle there is a princess. So that's the declaration of this narrative, because it has to be a good narrative. So. Maybe it's his flair for the dramatic that brings the writing to life. Sure, yeah. Otherwise, I guess you assume it would happen with more people, but it only happened with Thomas Zane, who was also a good poet, theoretically. But that's according to Alan's narrative, so... There is an actual physics theory that supports that Alan made Thomas so Thomas could write things that leads to Alan eventually creating Thomas. Basically creates a Mobius strip time loop. Yeah. There's a reference to the lake sort of feeding off of talented artists. I think it's like, in the context of the story, the talented artists are the ones that have the ability to channel creation. They channel other realities. That's where it gets really Stephen King. His sort of stated philosophy, at least within the context of The Dark Tower, such as he wrote himself into it, was that he was just a vector for a story that was already happening. And that he's not really an author, he's a kind of a medium. So only certain people have the ability to be a medium, and that's why Alan Wake is important,
story that has come true.
Because the darkness wants to escape into the real world, and they can do it through his creative ability.
The Dark Presence wants me to. The story I'm writing won't save Alice. It's a horror story. No one will survive.
You knew Zane, Thomas Zane. You're the Lady of the Light in the song.
He left something behind to help me. The clicker.
Alan thought of this as he stood on the rim of Cauldron Lake, the clicker in his hand. He took a deep breath and jumped.
I can get to her now. I can finish this. I had a hangover. My head was about to explode and the light hurt my eyes. I needed my sunglasses and painkillers to dull the pain. In one of my finer moments of self-deception, I swore to quit drinking.
just a hard-boiled detective who could slow time and needs to take some painkillers.
The sunglasses made the world look bearable. Now I could keep my eyes open without feeling like a vampire in the sun. I wasn't sure I'd make it out there without some painkillers. The pills worked fast. The prospect of being awake started to seem bearable again.
Hold on. Yeah.
Pain! 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 It's pain! There he is! There he is! Pain! Pain! Max Payne! Max Payne! Ah!
That's the one.
Ah!
Once I redo all my alerts, I'm gonna have to bust all these up in there. Whack the sucker.
Whack him! Whack the sucker!
Excellent. I'm gonna need that there. Hey!
There was a message waiting for me on the machine.
Is this a different one? Let me check. No, it's just 2 again. Okay. Hey! I would die before putting a QR code on my wall. It's actually pretty handy for things like Wi-Fi and stuff. There's some cool treatments of QR codes that don't just look like a shitty printout as well. I've seen like cross-stitched QR codes and like wood burn that looks kind of classy. I kind of understand the reaction though. Ooh, smoggy. God, how cozy would this place be if it's like snowing outside? You got your little video games and your little slippers on.
You have one new message.
Al! Are you still asleep? Wakey, wakey! You should have your show on your TiVo. If Alice wasn't too mad to record it.
Oh man, TiVo?
Really chewed me out. Yeah, we went a little overboard last night. But parties are a part of this business. Al, look, I'm saying this as your friend. She's not doing your career any...
Hold on, I gotta click on this. Oh, that's cool. I've seen the Stable Diffusion pictures of like Donkey Kong and stuff. That's slick. I mean, the big markers are gonna give it away, but hype. That is awesome. It's a shame that it's. I wish humans had gotten there first, but that's okay. Humans made the AIs, right? So we all get credit.
By trying to run your life like that, okay? I'll talk to you later, Al. Watch the show.
Wait, hold on. Check my link. I'm cyberpunking to the max in it. Oh. Ooh. You driving sideways? Very excellent. If you ain't out of control, you ain't in control. Gonna get you, space boy.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Harry Gallic Show.
Thank you. Thank you, everybody. We have a great show tonight. I've been talking with the best-selling author Alan Wake about his new book, The Sudden Stop.
Yeah, good read. Go buy it.
No, it is a good read. Look, I'm gonna be honest here.
Is that wise?
No, but I'm gonna do it anyway.
God.
I got people who give me the lowdown on books. I'm a busy guy. But this one, I actually read from cover to cover. I mean, I'm a big fan.
Wow, thanks. Now, this might be a spoiler for those who haven't read the book yet. Based on the sales figures, the 2 people out there who haven't read the book yet. But this last book is all about the death of the main character, the hard-boiled New York detective, Alex Casey. Now, there's been a lot of outrage about this. Why the hell did you kill Casey? What the hell were you thinking, man?
Good riddance. No, seriously though, 7 years and 6 books is a long time. He was a gloomy guy to spend all your working hours with, and it was a good run. But it's time to explore new things. My next book will be a departure from the old for me.
You selfish bastard, always thinking of yourself. Well, you've certainly given us a lot of entertainment over here. And now that you mention it, Casey was a gloomy guy. Never had much luck with his love life with the ladies. Was that autobiographical in any way?
Yeah, no kidding. Casey's lady friends tended to die on him. With Casey, it was all about his pain. No, nothing autobiographical about that. I'm a happily married man. My wife is my muse.
Well, congratulations. That's great to hear. So, how's the publicity tour been treating you?
Good. Great.
Instead of so wide.
I'm glad to be back home in New York.
Well, you've certainly been on the news a lot lately. Lots of parties and, you got into a fight with some paparazzi.
Oh, man. Well, that guy was really in my face. I lost my temper. I know that wasn't cool.
You are famous for that temper.
Well, I did also write several books.
Well, your latest novel is called The Sudden Stop, and it's in bookstores now. Go get it. That means the 2 of you out there who haven't bought it yet. Ladies and gentlemen, that's all we have for you tonight. I want to thank all our guests for the evening. Alan Wake, Sam Lake. Once more, do the face for his Sam. There it is. And our musical guests, Poets of the Fall. Thank you, and good night.
At least I'd been funny. I told myself I could live with that.
Did you watch the show?
I didn't say anything stupid if that's what you want to know.
Okay, Grumpy. You want an aspirin or something?
Are you going to start with me about drinking now?
You know what?
I should have followed
God damn it!
advice, but suddenly I was angry.
God damn it!
What? Now you can't even talk to me?
Well, this morning I was angry because you said you'd be home at midnight and you showed up at 7 a.m. and passed out in mid-sentence. Now I'm over it. Are you angry?
This goddamn tour. It's gotten out of hand.
Oh, honey. It's almost over, right? We can get back to normal. Then you can start writing again.
I'm sorry, honey.
Alan, you're not thinking straight. Just take a shower and go back to bed, huh?
Yeah, you're right, honey. I'm sorry. Once this is over, let's go away together. A vacation. Just you and me. Some peace and quiet.
Smooch. Smooch. See, they didn't have Kiss Tech yet.
Somehow, the clicker was the key to the cabin. I had to return to Cauldron Lake to save Alice.
It is a little suspicious how much Alice brings up getting Alan to write more. Hey, Steph.
I'm going back to the lake to finish this.
Oh, do you
I'm
want to
going to write an ending to the story in the manuscript on my own terms.
Yeah, do you want
to
me
make
to help
it all
out with
right.
anything?
Why can't you just write it here?
The last page is still in the typewriter. I need to read it first. Everything needs
Do we have
to be
Kiss
just
Tech now?
right.
Yeah.
Zane tried to cut some corners.
MK1 had a pretty good tech smooch.
Ready when you are.
I'm sorry.
It had mouth
but I
morph
need
tech
to do this alone.
and lip
Barry,
smooch tech.
Take her gun. Miss Weaver, close the door when I leave.
I don't know that Call of Duty has ever implemented Kiss Tech yet.
Good luck, Al.
See you later.
Maybe Modern Warfare 3 is the year.
When I got out, it was warm and sunny. I'd flicked the switch of the clicker. Had it done this? I didn't stop to question it. I had to take advantage of the sunlight to get to the lake. On Zane's page, I'd stood on the rim of Cauldron Lake, about to use the clicker. That's where I was headed.
There was a kiss in a zombies cutscene, but I don't remember how advanced the Kiss Tech was. Interesting. Maybe I should keep track of a couple of things. Kisses and exploding trains.
Surrounded by the beauty of the Pacific Northwest landscape, it was hard not to let doubt creep in one last time. I could still chalk everything up to a dream, a delusion. I had enough imagination to make up something like this, having been in the cabin all this time, trapped in a story inside my head, gone mad from grief over Alice's death like Hartman had claimed. There would be no way of knowing. I told myself it didn't really matter. My course was set.
He's not pooped once this entire endeavor. That's because he wrote all the poop out of his butt. The thing that it's actually in the lore. They're not very explicit about it. But in the book that Alan is writing, he routinely mentions about how his butt is empty of poop. Yeah, if you guys don't read much, you might not know that all good books talk about how their protagonists just don't crap. It's kind of a thing. I'm trying to remember how to drive. It's not that. Nope. We'll get there. Is it not bound now? I mean, I can turn. Why isn't it the same thing as like shoot? Why isn't that gas? It's got no gas in it? Oh, is that a thing? It's probably not a thing. I think the controls are fucked up. Or I have to walk from here? Doesn't seem right, though. It's a big empty street. Well, here. I'll just use WA as well. Will that work? That works. Weird. Okay. Huh. Yeah, I guess shoot is not the same as gas? Yeah, I guess not. It's W. Interestingly, I've had the most difficulty binding around games where you move a character and then drive. It's just like click doesn't do anything when you're in the car though, so it could be gas. But it's explicitly the same button as move forward. I mean, I guess I don't use that for anything else because I have the stick for movement, so I could just do this. Accept, and then ooh, spin 5. What the? I want it to be that. There. Okay, weird. I got it. There's got to be stuff around, right? Hidden secrets and treasures? I guess the sun's out, so you can't expect too much. Oh, there we go. Wait, that's not a... Hey! I got tricked. Ah, well. Saw a shining thing and I thought it was a manuscript page. That's kind of what I'm all about. I feel like manuscript pages... I always like it when lore is the collectible. Or it's connected. Enjoying my all-new Jeep Grand Cherokee. 100,000 mile powertrain warranty. Can you narrow? Whoa, whoa, whoa. Can you narrow? Yeah, Evil Within 2 is really good. Evil Within had its charms too. I wanted to play through the Evil Withins this spooky season. Hopefully I'll have time. Whoa, Canyon Arrow! Oh! Calorctables? Mmm. Now that's a word. Well, no lore, but items. Farmhouse over here. Oh ho! Oh ho ho! I mean, it's got some open zone, I guess. It's very straightforward about its openness, and that there is like one thing to go look at, and then you go look at it. Uh-oh. Hey, Nash Thunderclap. Thanks for the raid. The Deadly Premonition was actually open, though.
Whack the sucker! Ice him! Ice him! There! Gun him down! Gun him down!
There we go. Just wanted to do a little shout out there. Appreciate the raid. Whoa.
The darkness had touched me. There was a link between us. Always would be. I could feel its presence again, getting closer.
I was about to say I don't have a flashlight. That's cool, though.
The dark presence was no longer trying to capture the writer so he could create the ending it wanted. The writer knew too much. He was too strong. And he carried a weapon left behind by Thomas Zane, something that could hurt it. Now, the darkness was doing everything in its power to simply stop the writer from ever reaching Cauldron Lake and the dark place it came from.
I gotta admit, I am pretty glad that I'm replaying this, because I didn't remember a lot of the details of this story, and they actually provide more details than I remember. It's hanging together fairly well. It's not as abstract and bonkers, I guess, as I thought it might be. Out of the way, I'm a writer. Beep beep, zombie. feel like I would hide stuff around alcoves or behind log stacks from the road. But maybe not. Why does motel? It's got 2 L's in it. Why is that? What's that all about? Oh, a stunt ramp? Sick. I gotta look around though. Oh, huh. All the parking lines are like bumps. I guess that'd be pretty effective. Hello? No loud music, no pets. Hope you enjoy your stay.
Based on the signature in the motel register, Agent Nightingale had stayed here, in room number 2.
Awesome. I've got to snoop. Let's see here. What am I? Yeah, no, this gun's pretty good, I guess. I'll keep it. I traded this away last time. I can't remember. One of the rifles is really good. Oh. The fuck? Pictures of my wife?
This had obviously been the room where Agent Nightingale had stayed when he hadn't been busy harassing me.
I guess I expected there to be something spicier in there. I missed something? There's a stove? Yeah, that's kind of weird. That's just how things were in olden times. Everyone got a stove. We can thank Truman for that. I don't think any of the other ones open up. Yeah, Evan. Yes, I'm also nearly I'm 100% certain that the door sounds are the same as Max Payne, which is awesome and very nostalgic. It shot through my brain like a bullet, pun partially intended, the first time I heard it. It's like, oh, I've heard that so much. It's weird, like all the things I don't remember. Weird little details. Oh, I can't take any of these cars? Oh, I guess the lights have to be on, yeah. Anything else around here? Hey, Thrill House, what's up? There we go. Okay, Will. I guess I only have one drivable car. I was a little harsh with it. Luckily the Hyundai... Oh, god damn it. Let's say, luckily the Hyundai Elantra is a real workhorse. Here we go. I had no clue this came out. So this is Alan Wake Remastered. This, yeah, it's when did this come out? Like 6-9 months ago, something like that. Fairly recent. And yeah, with all the remasters, definitely don't blame you for not tracking this one. Ow. But yeah, Alan Wake 2 is gonna come out in what, like a week and a half? Was it a year ago? Oh man, okay. Who even knows what time is anymore? A tractor sticking in the ground. Seems like it. October 21, okay. So yeah. Ooh! Boink. And they build these cars sturdy though. Christ. Oh. It's just gone. Two years ago. Good God. Okay. 21, whatever. Haunted tractor, yeah. Oh, it's gonna get weirder. Did they remaster American Nightmare as well? I don't think so. I know for a fact, well, I think I remember owning that on Steam. I'm pretty sure I bought it on Steam when it came out. So I was just gonna download it and play it again. I remember that kind of being on the cusp of like PC ports that I'm pretty sure will still just work. Because it worked okay when it came out. Oh. Ow. James Fisto, thanks for redeeming a gamer stretch there. I agree. I think we could all use a good gamer stretch right about now. I'm gonna keep an eye on Wake though. Hopefully he doesn't get bonked. Do me some squats. Okay. Get off the bridge. Yeah, being on the PewDiePie bridge makes people nervous for some reason.
What the hell?
I feel like PewDiePie should have a bridge named after him though, right? Like for real? Would that be awesome? We're a Ninja stream, not a PewDiePie stream? Yeah. You know who's never been canceled? Ninja. Despite years in the public eye, Ninja's never said anything weird. Always only been a supporter of virtuous causes and viewpoints. He's the only one who's been able to manage it. Only Ninja. And that's why we respect him on this stream. Flossed in the rain on New Year's Eve? Yeah, who would be brave enough to do that? Aside from Ninja. Bring the miracle of dance to so many people who are all so appreciative and interested. I gotta add that clip to MediaTek. Ninja being the radiant soul that we love him for being. I mean, I'm very proud of the MediaTek exclusive clip of Ninja throwing candy to a bunch of like 14-year-olds in the audience at the 2018 Game Award. What was it? I can't remember the name of it. People's Choice Game Awards or whatever. Gamers' Choice Awards. That's it. I'm gonna see this out there. Internet, I'm giving you an assignment. The 2018 Gamers' Choice Awards. Does it exist anywhere?
Nice to see you.
I had it recorded on YouTube TV for the longest time, but I forgot to rip it, and I think it's gone now. But if anyone knows a way to download video of the 2018 Gamers' Choice Awards, I would very much appreciate that. Blanche Fleur, thank you for the sub. I need you to cover my failure, my sacred duty. I think there's like some clips of Tim the Tat Man on Facebook or something connected to it, but the show itself is just gone. Am I still with Inside Gaming? No. And Bruce, no. We have a legally distinct gaming news show called Inside Games. That's what we do. There's one destination for you when it comes to gaming news, and it's Inside Games. All right. I guess you can't drive your car on this. Oh, it's all goopy spoop. Wait, sorta. Yes, very brave. We're the only ones who are brave enough to say all the things that other people don't say because they like to get views. But we're better than that. We don't get views, we're right. That's more important. Yeah, goof. Nah, we've moved on. Bruce and I both left Rooster Teeth in 2019. And then we started doing Inside Games in 2021. Basically, we didn't want to do anything that made it seem like we were competing with our friends that were still at Rooster Teeth. So we kind of just kicked it for a little bit until like Rooster Teeth basically laid everyone that worked on Inside Gaming off, except for Evan. So when they did that, we were like, okay. That's not entirely fair. They also like moved some people to other teams, so. But yeah, there's also Butt. We're gradually putting back together all of the media shit we used to do and still enjoy. So now we have an edited gameplay channel that we're working on too. Twinkerbell! Thanks for gifting a sub. Yeah, I'm really enjoying recording those gameplays. I'm getting a lot more comfortable with everybody. Sacred Truck. They're getting a lot more comfortable with me. It is a kind of like silly, irreverent, edgy, stupid comedy. It scratches an itch I forgot I had. SAG strike lasts any longer, they'll have to broadcast inside games on TLC. Hey, maybe then I'll get a guild membership. That'd be cool. And then I could go on strike immediately. Dude, that'd be weird. What would I do if I went on strike? I guess I'd just stream all day instead of only part of the day. Where are the stairs, man? Is this them? Yeah, okay. What are your thoughts on garlic bread? Love them. I am pro garlic and pro bread. And if garlic and bread want to get together and make a delicious and savory food item, I support it. I just learned recently, I want to say, well, like last 4 years or so, fairly recently, that you can make garlic bread by just toasting bread and then rubbing garlic on it. It's that stupid simple. You just get a clove of garlic and you rub the fuck on the bread. You just rub it a lot. Rub it in. And then the bread tastes like garlic. You've made garlic bread. All right, now it's time for some top tips. You're ready to truly expand your brain. You're thinking right now, wait a minute, what about butter? Yeah, sure, good. Here's the top tip. Don't butter before you rub garlic, because it's just going to soften up your bread, idiot. And now you're rubbing garlic into mushy buttered bread. Stupid moron. No. Garlic first, then butter, and then maybe some flake salt. And now you're living the high life. Now you're in flavor country. Oh. Ah, it's happening again. Damn it! These bastards keep strapping my car! And then I guess I get it stuck on rocks and shit, but... Ow. It's a pretty cool sound. Start a channel called Inside Bread. Just get all the insides. Just get them all while they're gettable. Toast the garlic, then rub it in with the bread. Okay. You might have meant roast. I don't know. Well, I guess you could toast garlic. All right. You want to talk advanced technique. Very well. What's that you say? You want your garlic to have a sweet and nutty flavor in addition to being deliciously savory? Well, then it's time to roast your garlic. Here's what you do. You get yourself a head of garlic. You cut the top off so that, like, there's little exposed garlic heads. You rub some olive oil on it. You crackle some salt and pepper on it. You wrap it up in foil. You throw it in a toaster oven or your oven or whatever. You roast it. I don't know, 400 degrees, 20 minutes? I'm sure the internet would know. Anyway, you take it out of there. Now all the garlic cloves are really soft, so you can like reach in there with a fork and kind of pry them out. And here's the better part, they're spreadable. So you just pull out that clove and you spread it on your bread like butter. That you can do after you've buttered the bread, if you really want to. You can get away with it at that point, but it's still probably a good idea to go garlic first. You ever thought about doing a cooking stream? Sorta. Never seriously. I don't want to deal with setting up all the... I don't want to deal with having to keep an eye on equipment in addition to cooking. And the thing I especially don't want is any amount of backseating. Just any amount at all. I think if I looked over and saw some, like, condescending, dismissive comment about how I obviously didn't understand about how smoke point of oil or some shit, I will lose my mind. I'll die instantly. Uh-oh. Why does this keep happening? It's gonna be under 5 minutes and someone's gonna critique my knife skills. And my soul will escape my body. My jaw will unhinge. I'll exhale for 2 minutes straight, and then I'll hit the floor. A withered, expired skeleton. I don't think that's supposed to be there. That's probably bad. Wait, hold on. Okay. Uh-oh. Oh, that's the Game Awards, not the Gamer's Choice Awards. Yeah. I appreciate it, though. I appreciate the attempt. Heart's in the right place. Oh, come on. Whew. Fucking shit! There's already a TikToker who ate tapeworms on video. Hard to top that. The Gamer's Choice Awards were made by CBS. Yes, I think they aired on CBS. Because I have I have clips from the recording of the Gamer's Choice Awards. It would be awesome to also have the full produced version of it. Why didn't I dodge? I don't understand the dodge rules still. It's like sometimes there's a cooldown on it, but it's not really consistent. Yeah, I should have just had garlic bread instead. What was I thinking? Ah! Fucking fuck! Ugh! God damn. Huh. Manuscript page.
Cauldron Lake was a graveyard of things the lake had claimed in one way or another over the decades. The dark presence brought them up in its wake, scattering the rotten waterlogged hull of an old boat here, the remains of a long ago crashed airplane there, trees shattered under the impacts. The earth groaned. It didn't even notice.
cool. Yeah. Name drop. That's got to be important, right? Oh, we got a brand new truck. Truck. There's no honk, is there? There's only high beam. Born Allen. Let's see here. Trucking and fucking is all that I crave. Alright, let me check what's around the bend here. But I think it is approaching time for me to hang up the stream. Steph's home now. Can you dare? And it's approaching dinner time. So we're gonna settle down to a nice meal together. Don't worry though, I'll be back tomorrow. Yeah, sorry, Goof. Them's the breaks, though. Can't be streaming all day. However, I will be streaming a lot in the coming days. Yeah, there's tomorrow, which is an Inside Games day, and also a raid night. So those are the two things I got to take care of, apart from playing more Alan Wake. And there's been like a stack of weird demos I wanted to try. If I have time in the morning, I might get around to that. So yeah, I'm going to play by ear. More Alan Wake tomorrow for sure. And then let's see here. This coming weekend, as a special project, there were a couple of Mario games I wanted to finish up before Super Mario Wonder comes out, excuse me. So I was going to play through Galaxy 2. I'm going to try to get it running through Dolphin with like stupid motion controls and everything. But just so it's like ultra high res, super smooth butter. I need to get an FMV game going. No, there's a lot out there. There's a lot of good stuff to play. So, really enjoying the games we're going through these days, though. Alan Wake is just such a treat. So I'm excited to pick it back up tomorrow. Thank you very much for watching, and have a good night, everyone. I'll see you next time.